Good afternoon, class. Glad we made it. Starting a little late on purpose today. We're going to first close SPXL because we have a sell signal on the SPY. We're then going to take all the cash from that and put it into SGOV because we're going to sit in cash and not F up our portfolio. A lot of people are Fing up their portfolios right now, holding on to things like Palant. Is that a Guinness sweater? Stop me right in my tracks. I need that. Oh my gosh, I have to go order that right away. With a hood. You saw that.
Factory.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that. I sent a post earlier about how 80% of the time I wear all black, including black hoodies with a hood over me. And here Kasia shows up with a Guinness hoodie that I must have. Okay, I will be ordering one of those. That looks great. Anyways, totally got distracted, squirrel kind of thing. We need to close SPXL. Put all our cash in SGOV. I want to talk a bit about candles. And then Lex from Treasury is going to be here. Lex Luthernhausen. Make sure I said it. Luthernhausen. Listen, with the last name like Ewell, nobody ever says it right. So I think he and I are on the same boat here. But it's going to be really cool to have Lex here. It's definitely going to be something we are going to be learning from together. So let's not delay any longer. We already started late, but let's go ahead and go over to the wrong button. Let's go over to the Treasury. So now, first off, the reason I'm closing is because inside of Ovtlyr, we can go to our homepage here and we can see a sell signal on the SPY. A sell signal on the SPY is a big giant red flag. Don't even think about going long the market. We're not going long plan M. We're not going long plan ETF. The goal right now is to get out of the way. We don't know what's going to happen, right? Now, there are lots of people on YouTube who will tell you everything that's going to happen. But right now, I don't know what's going to happen. But what I do see is bearish breadth, although maybe flattening, maybe turning up. I see the market trend is like actually bearish as of right now. The 10 is under the 20, price is under the 50. The last time that happened was back here. Now, of course, it did bounce and it went back up and it possibly could bounce. And I'm not saying that it will go to 0 or it's going to go up to 1,000, right? All we can do is look at what the market's telling us right now. And so today I have exit signals. I have every reason in the world to get out of the way. And this is why I'm going to get out of the way. So I am still up for the year. If you can believe it, right? We got monkey hammered with stupid silver having a sell-off, but I'm still going to end up for the month. So I'm going to take all my SPXL and send to ticket. We're all going to move out of the way. Because SPXL is super liquid, I can do this as a market order. I only do market orders on stock. I'll never do a market order on options. So there's a little pro tip for the day for our Ovtlyr universities. If you're going to do market orders, just do them on stock, liquid stock, and you should be a lot better off than doing it on options. Hit the sell button, and I am totally out of SPXL, filled at 214.65. Now I have some cash. So let's see how much cash I have. 47,000. Over here, hang on real quick. Let's reset that. 47,000. 47,938.36 divided by the cost of SGOV, which right now is 100.41, divided by 100.41 gets me to 477 shares. So as easy as this, just come down here, type SGOV. 477. Now, fingers crossed we don't have any issues like I had the other day. It's been working fine since then. Hit the buy button. Phil, come on, Phil. Yes. Filled 477. Okay. So the order was filled at $100.41. If I come back over here, it says I have $43.97 in cash. Carol, I thought I was putting everything in SGOV. There's still $43.97 here. What did I do wrong?
Nothing. You can't buy it. You don't have enough money to buy a full share of SGOV.
But random guys on the internet put their entire account. That must mean they do 100% with no pennies left over, right?
I don't see how you can. If you have to buy whole shares of it. Unless SGOV you can buy partial, which I didn't think you could.
No, I don't think you can either. Carol, I was just trying to make a point. I was just trying
I got it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to emphasize it for you.
Yeah, all good, all good. So let's do this. Let's go update our portfolio. And I am going to make a change. I don't want to do mark to market anymore every day. And the reason being is I feel like I touch off some bad habits. I really don't like looking at a trade P&L until it's over, right? Now, as exciting as it was to watch those trades run like crazy, that wasn't our money until the trade was closed, right? So there's a real sense, and I definitely can feel it out in the Discord, a real sense in the community of we lost 50% of our account. I really can feel that, but you didn't, right? At one point, the trades were looking great, and it had built up with paper gains, 50 something percent gains, which was amazing. However, if you don't have an exit plan, then A, you don't know where you're going to get out anyway. And B, you're waiting for your exit signal to occur. Now, I know that there were some geniuses in our Discord who absolutely knew the exact top and they sold. And of course, they're the ones who got all the monies. But for us actual traders out here, we can actually put in where we got in, where we got out, and keep track of how it actually is playing out. So I got filled at orders. Where did I get filled at on SPXL? 21465, 214.65. Oh, for heaven's sake, I lost money on plain ETF. Oh my good gravy. Call the fire department. Shane, come help me. I lost money on a trade. Shane, what are we going to do? No, seriously, Shane, what are we going to do?
Put out the fire.
That's the right answer. Yeah, we're putting out the fire. We're closing our trade because we got the exit signals, and we're moving on, right? We're not going to sit. We're not going to bitch and moan and cry about all the money we used to have. No. The point here is to get in trades while they're working and get out of trades when they're not. And right now, the market is not working. Like we've been chopping at the same price level since October, right? Literally, as of right now, this is the same price as it was on October 27th. There's a reason why Plan ETF struggled, right? Because Plan ETF relies on a strong trend to help play Plan ETF run, right? So this is part of the game. This is part of the game. But Chris, we're supposed to win everything. But Chris, why didn't we have a 100% win rate? But Chris, you told me that the stock is going to go up. No, I didn't. All I told you was that we got a plan. We're going to follow the plan. We're going to execute the plan. You can do whatever plan you want to. And I'm sure you're way smarter than me in my itty bitty baby brain and my itty bitty baby hands. So speaking of my itty bitty baby brain, I don't know anything about candlesticks. Like next to nothing. In fact, Kostya and his mom, Kostya, I don't know why you and your mom were having this conversation, but I'm glad you did. Right? In fact, Kostya, let's lead off with you telling us what prompted this conversation between you and your mom and candlesticks.
Yeah, good question. So I really didn't do trading before a year ago. And I know my mom has done it for a while and she's been quite successful. And I'm looking at her setup and she just looks at numbers, percentages on a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like she tracks it. She has relatively good system of like how many shares she buys or like how much she puts in from risk standpoint. So she's been able to, accrue some good money. But then after learning from you, where we do look at the charts, I'm like, I ask her, do you even look at any of the charts? She's like, no, I just look at numbers on the screen. I'm like, how do you know if it's bullish or bearish? Oh, she didn't have a good answer for that. So I started showing her, I pulled up TradingView. I started showing her the charts and just simple 10/20, price over 50. And she looks glazed. So I said, okay, why don't we start with the basics? Here's what a green candle is. Here's what a red candle is. Here's when it starts. For the green, here's where it starts. Here's where it exits for the day. Red is the opposite. The tails are movement in the day. So we started with just a simple basics, and I don't even know that, past that, I'm not an expert. And then we started looking at the actual charts, and I've been trying to instill into her just 10/20, price over 50, and selling when it goes against you. So we've had a couple of sessions where we would literally go through every one of her stocks, or at least majority, and I would ask, what about here? She's like, I'm like, price is under the 50. She's like, okay, sell. And then we'll go to the next one. And it's like this this inherent hesitation of someone who's been doing it for years has been pretty remarkable. You know, she's not, you know, she's like, well, I don't want to get in and get out. Well, I'm like, Mom, well, if you can get out here at the you know, at the cross and not ride the down wave, just get on the other side. So I'm not sure if I'm truly convinced there, but it made me realize that I think a lot of people just don't look at charts. They just look at their, like, for broker's portfolio P&L, it's like, oh, 20% up. And then a week later, oh, they forget what it was up because they have like 75 stocks or
oh yeah,
stocks.
Yeah,
right?
That's a real thing. I had a guy send me a $3 million portfolio one time to look at, and he had 90 something stocks. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea what you're doing. You're just buying stuff. Like you cannot even track all of these. Yeah, I think you're totally right.
So that's kind of where it just dawned on me that most people don't look at charts. They don't know how to read a chart. And I feel like, you know, when a year into this, by the way, this is my 1 year anniversary of watching Chris's videos.
Oh, congratulations. I praise Jesus. The YouTube algorithm put me in your way, Kostya.
Yeah. And it just seems like such a natural thing. It's like, well, the first thing I look at is a chart. Is it on bullish or bearish value? It's like the simplest thing. Like, and then I say, okay, let's look at outlier platform to see if the fearing greed is going up or down. And then I look at the sector, and it you know, it's so ingrained into me that it's like I don't know how to do it without it.
Yeah.
So like it was almost like a shock when I realized that, you know, my mom that's been doing it for years didn't even do that.
Yeah.
So
that's great. I have brainwashed you accordingly, Kostya. I'm glad to hear that.